at Menlo Park Elementary School, and I'm a kindergarten teacher.
I'm Nick Erickson. I am the assistant principal at Menlo Park Elementary.
Hi, my name is Kache. I'm in 4th grade, and I go to school at Menlo Park Elementary School.
Hi, I'm Tyler Sizemore, and I'm in 5th grade.
My name is Krista. I'm in 5th grade, and my school is Menlo Park Elementary School.
My name is Stacy Lightning, and I have a kindergartner here at Menlo Park.
Hi, my name is Sarah Phillips. I am the principal at Menlo Park Elementary. So our first question is, how connected do you feel to the staff and teachers here at Menlo Park?
Well, I'm not just saying this because you're here, but we're having an amazing experience with the staff here at Menlo Park. Coming into kindergarten as a parent, you're a little nervous about your child's experience, but the staff here are really helpful, very warm, just make us feel very much a part of the school right away.
I feel good, connected to all the teachers and staffs at the school.
Can you give me an example of how you feel connected?
I could talk to them when I'm sad or upset. And yeah.
Do you feel like the adults at the school respect you and listen to you?
Yeah.
I feel connected by passing by you and you saying hi to me and me saying hi to you. But sometimes when I was in 4th grade, some teachers were being rude to me, so I kind of don't feel that connected to teachers and counselors because the times that I've been going through in other grades is kind of hard for me to feel that connected to them. So I feel connected to them by passing by, but not by really connecting to them.
Is there anybody at school that you do feel super connected to?
To you and to Mr. Erickson and to my teacher that I'm Mr. Nadel, and also the Title I teacher.
What makes you feel more connected?
It makes me feel more connected that you guys respect me and you don't just tell me, oh, you help me when I need you, when I ask you to talk to you, you talk to me.
All right, how much do you feel like you belong at Menlo Park?
I feel like I belong here more because the staff and teachers are more interacted. Last year, my teacher was probably the best teacher I've ever had, and this year is also one of the best.
What made your teacher last year so great?
She's a good teacher. She can be focused, but she's also really fun.
Nice.
What does equity mean to you?
For me, I would say equity means representation of all the different races and cultures and religions that are, especially in our school environment, making sure that kids feel included and welcomed, and also to celebrate their differences and to learn more about individuals' experiences and to lift each other up and celebrate the diversity in our school.
Awesome. So using sort of that definition of equity, how does that show up in the classroom?
Well, I try to make my classroom a very welcoming environment. I greet my students every day using their names. I always make sure, one of our CRTs for the last couple of years was making sure to learn our students' name and how to pronounce them correctly. So I make sure to do that in the beginning of the year, greet my students every morning, use their names. I also make sure to have, when I'm teaching, to have posters or books that look like my students, that have my students' culture or religion. So for example, right now we're learning holidays. So we don't just learn about Christmas, but we're also doing Eid and Hanukkah and Ramadan and Diwali. So, and then we'll do Lunar New Year in a few months. So trying to make sure that all the students feel included and represented. And I love it when we get to I get to teach something and it's part of their culture and they have this like aha moment. And last year I taught about Eid and one of my boys raised his hand like, I celebrate Eid. And he was just so excited to get to share that part of him with his classmates and just know that I know that part of him and that he is represented in our classrooms.
That seems like such a great way to get students to connect and learn about each other.
Mm-hmm.
How confident are you that adults at Menlo Park can have honest conversations with each other about race?
Well, I haven't had an opportunity to observe that particular conversation casually, but I do think that staff here would be open to it since, as I already said, it feels very comfortable to talk to staff members about anything, whether it's something fun coming up or whether it's a problem that's occurring. And since all the staff I've met have been very calm and collected and warm and open, that lends me to believe that they would also do so about an important topic like race.
Can you talk a little bit more about what the Equity Committee does for the whole school?
Yeah, sure. So we do, at least last year, we kind of did like two main kind of professional development. So one of the big professional development was the Courageous Conversations, teaching staff how to use the Courageous Conversations compass and giving examples and kind of encouraging staff to use it. I think it's a very long process to really implement Courageous Conversations. So we kind of just dipped our toes in it, and then we're continuing that this year with our PDs. And then we also did some short PDs with our CRTs, the culturally responsive teachings. And then last year we kind of reviewed the CRTs we have been working on, and then we picked new ones, and then we're hoping to start implementing them soon. So,
how well does your school help students speak out against racism?
Like, they're being honest to the students and like not just actually like telling lies, and just like they're being honest about race and different cultures and stuff.
How often do you think about what students of different races, ethnicities, or cultures experience? Like, do you ever think about how they feel or what they experience inside of school or outside of school?
I know they get treated good here.
Okay. How do you know they get treated well here?
Because stuff like if someone's making fun of someone for a reason, any reason like that, then teachers will have a talk with them and make sure we don't do it again, stuff like that.
How confident are you that adults at Menlo Park can have honest conversations with each other about race?
Well, they don't say like anything rude about other cultures, but I just don't like, I've never heard any teachers talk about that, so I don't know. But for other people's experience, I don't know how they feel, but the teachers I know, they wouldn't say anything rude or that's hurtful to anybody. If they were passing by and heard them, they wouldn't say anything rude because the teachers are better than that and they wouldn't want the kids to have a bad day. So I haven't been hurt, I haven't went through that, but I have been called bad names. Like, people have been racist to me, but
like others?
I've never been racist to anybody.
Okay. And when you say others have been racist to you, are you thinking other students or staff?
Students, not teachers. Not teachers. That'd be weird.
Adults at Menlo Park are responsible, so they can talk about stuff like that responsibly.
Nice.
What does race-affirming school environment look like to you?
I think our school, especially our teachers and staff, really do a good job of being aware of who our students are, where they come from, like connecting with their families, knowing what religions they celebrate, what races they celebrate. all the diversity that goes into our community. I think just learning about our students and knowing our students is important. And then also I think we do try to make our physical building, like our hallways, have representation of like our students' pictures, or like of students of different color, or things like that. So I think it's both relational, but also we need to like see it. Our kids need to see it walking down the hallways as well. For sure.
How often do you think about what students or families of different races, ethnicities, or cultures experience?
Quite a bit. Partially because I'm an immigrant myself, so I know what it's like to feel different. So also because I have friends and family who are immigrants or refugees or people of color who share their experiences. And so I know, working with professionally and then personally, that there's a lot of challenges for many different groups. And that as humans, when you feel like you're being treated differently, unfairly, or harshly or unkindly, it's really alienating and makes something like a school environment a really difficult place to learn.
What do you think we could do to help all of our families from other cultures feel more accepted or more welcome in school?
Well, I think that the district and the school are definitely taking steps towards that. I know we have upcoming an international activity to celebrate that. I know that like the SUN program provides a lot of great activities, it seems like. And I know that the conversation is happening because I had an opportunity to see at the district level when they invited us to come as parents and community members. So I can see there's a lot of, concern and caring about that. And I think like continuing with that is super important. But also, I don't know that I have like some great revelatory idea, but I think like as people come in, I know my parents, we were lucky enough that English was our language, but it was still really hard to understand a lot of stuff that was happening. And so coming into school was really intimidating. And my parents really didn't know what was going on, like how to advocate for us. And it took a few years. So I think like as people come in and you can recognize that, perhaps there's a language barrier or they may have a cultural difference, taking the opportunity to just be really warm and invite them in. I think it could be good to have on a more personal level, get parents and community members involved in helping people feel like they're accepted into a community. Because what seems to happen, at least as an immigrant, is people kind of like isolate and stay within their groups because they feel accepted and comfortable there. And a big part of that is just saying hi to people, asking them about their day, letting them know how happy you are they're there. And I see that happening a lot at Menlo Park, so I feel kind of like I'm preaching to the choir a bit, but I think like continuing with that and continuing to be really mindful about it. And also, once people seem comfortable talking to you, maybe asking them like, what can we do to help your family feel more a part of our community? Because it's really awesome to do like surveys and do big level stuff, but not everybody's gonna do the survey and not everybody's gonna feel comfortable even accessing that kind of format. I know for me, I've been here a long time now, so I'm really comfortable in this cultural system. But when I was younger, I would have had no idea and I would have not accessed it. I just wouldn't have known how, or would have felt really shy and uncomfortable. So I think just continuing to look for ways to make those personal connections, which I know is challenging for a whole district to do that, but if educators and staff like yourself, leadership continues to find ways to just say, hey, I have a student in my class. They seem really quiet, and not just assuming it's because they're shy. Maybe it's because they just really don't know what's the cultural norm and they don't feel comfortable because they don't yet have the full language skills, or maybe they just don't know what's going to make them look like an outsider. Because I know even though people assume being English means, oh, you fit right in, not at all. People are constantly pointing out how different I was. And I don't think they meant it in a mean way, but it made me feel really uncomfortable. Like a kind of like a circus show act, not a human who just wanted to make friends with the other kids. So yeah, I like I said, I don't have a revelatory great idea, but just making sure people and staff members are really aware of that. And I know how busy and overwhelmed a teacher in a classroom is, but really trying to look for those signs and not just assuming that because a child is quiet, that means they're doing okay.
Great. Is there anything else you want to share about your experience at Menlo Park or in David Douglas in general?
Not really, just grateful to be in a good district that cares and that works so hard to not only provide, academic learning, but also to help us as parents and our students have a more full experience at community and life. So thank you.
Thank you for taking time.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
I'm the principal of Menlo Park Elementary. My name is Sarah Phillips. I am a strong advocate for equity work in our district, and I continue to want to receive feedback from our families, our staff, and our students in order to make Menlo Park a more welcoming and inclusive environment where we meet the needs of everyone.